Hello, my name is Nathaniel Darkis. I'm a student at Norfolk State University. I'm a senior, um, and I'm a history major.
Great. And where did you do your study abroad program?
I studied abroad with a faculty-led program that was through a class. I went to Curacao.
And in which semester?
I went during the spring semester.
Okay, great. Can you tell us why you decided to do a study abroad program?
I decided to do it because everybody kept telling me about how great it was, how great an experience it was, and as a black man, there's not a lot of black people that I see studying abroad, or African American people that I see studying abroad. So I thought that it would really make me diverse and make me marketable when I graduate.
Great. So can you describe maybe what kind of hesitancies or perceived barriers you anticipated when you were looking for a study abroad program? For example, if finances were an issue, how did you afford to do your study abroad program and things like that?
I just think the process in itself, finding a place to go, because I was considering Spain and a bunch of different other places, and some of those places were outside of my budget, and it can get discouraging going through that process and trying to find the right fit. But I would say that was the main thing, just trying to stay encouraged to know that I was going to get out of the country. Just I didn't know where exactly at that moment.
Okay. So once you found that the Curacao program, was it pretty, where did you find that you had a lot of support from the study abroad office or from your faculty to see that process through?
Definitely.
Great.
Definitely.
Great. So tell us, what was the most memorable experience that you had in Curacao?
The most memorable experience that I had were when we visited different beaches. The water there is amazing. It's blue. You can see like down to the coral reefs. You can see all types of fishes and whatnot. So we went to a few beaches, but the highlight of that was we did a jump off of probably 50 feet, 40 feet, a 40-foot jump, and we did that jumping into the water, and it was like, for me, it was like symbolic of like just breaking down all types of fears and things that have been holding me back. So it was a really something awesome that I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
That's great. Can you describe, I know you mentioned earlier, sort of being black or African American and going abroad is not common, at least statistically. Can you describe if there were any instances of discrimination that you faced, or did you find that you had to break down stereotypes while you were abroad, either with locals or with other people in your program? And how did you respond to that?
Honestly, I don't think I was in there long enough to experience any real racism. The place that I went was really diverse, so I can't answer that question effectively.
Yeah, if there was nothing, then there's nothing to share. That's totally fine. Can you describe something that like, what would you say to somebody about the global experience? What do you think you learned while you're in Curacao that you couldn't have learned if you had done that semester of learning here at Norfolk State?
I learned about diversity. We always talk about being diverse and how everybody is different, but to be in a place where you see people that look like myself speaking 5 different languages, and me being an American, I would already know if that person were to come to America, they could work for the government, they could work really anywhere they wanted just because they knew so many languages. But these people are just working, regular jobs, taxi driver, hotel attendant, and it just opened my eyes up to diversity in that you can't judge a book just by its cover. There's a lot of people with knowledge out here, and if you don't open your mouth and speak to them, then you will never know.
So what's next for you, career-wise or international? Like, what has this trip inspired you to do that you don't think you would have necessarily given a chance or thought you would ever pursue if you hadn't gone abroad?
Well, I never would have thought about considering a degree in like international studies or anything international. I never would have thought about a degree in that. Um, I want to study abroad again, but because I'm a senior, I might not get that opportunity just because of the way my classes are set up. But when I graduate, I plan on working a job where I can travel, whether it be for the government or military. I haven't decided yet, but I definitely want to be somewhere outside of the United States.
Great. And so my last question is, what advice would you give to students who are hesitant about going abroad, either as a study abroad opportunity or otherwise? Like, what kind of advice would you have for them?
That it's a wonderful opportunity. They'll never forget it. It'll be one of the highlights of their college career. If they do go, they will be marketable. I mean, it's so many benefits to it that when people say, "Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think I want to go," it's like those apprehensions are like for better. I mean, they're just stupid in my opinion. There's nothing that you can say to me to say you shouldn't study abroad because it's an experience that will make you well-rounded. Or if you already feel like you're well-rounded, it'll make you more well-rounded. And when people see that on a resume, they love it. You know, they want to ask questions about it. So, how was your experience? You went here, you went there. It's just one of those things that is invaluable on the job.
Yeah, great. Thank you.